Hello everybody and welcome to a brand new video with me, Sherman. Today guys, I am playing a new gym title off of Steam called Salt 2. And I don't know what to say. I really don't. This game, it kind of creeped up on me. I found a person playing it on YouTube. I watched a video. I was like, that looks pretty cool. I looked it up. I started researching it a little and watching, reading the reviews. I kind of followed it for a little while, and then I kind of forgot about it. And then I saw another person do a video on it, and I was like, okay, this game's got something to it. There has to be. So I picked it up on sale. Not gonna lie. It's a $12.99 game, and this game offers so much for $12.99. It is not even funny. That's why I say it's a gem of a game. It is a open world, exploration, survival, adventure, RPG. I mean, it's got all the things that I love about video games. When I was a kid, I never thought I would ever be able to play a game that had this much freedom. But on top of that, everything's procedurally generated. The whole world is procedurally generated. And that is what makes this game so goddamn good. Is you can play it 100 times and you never know how the world's going to be laid out. You know what the story's going to be, you know what the adventure's going to be, but you don't know what you're going to get, when you play. And I think that's what makes the game so good. Is like, if I play this and a friend of mine plays this, we're going to get two totally different experiences. Even if we use the same seed, we could still get different experiences. And I think that's what really sets this game apart from other games. Now, what is the game about? Well, like I said, it's an exploration game. So you have to explore the world. And they give you a map, but the map, you have to fill it in. You have to, go to different places. You have to use the sextant to find your location. And it'll give you a red circle. If you haven't been to that island, you can click on a icon, and then it'll pop up a map. It'll mark the island or the size of the island on the map. And then when you explore the island, you can click on it, and you can put icons down for the different things you've seen on the island. Now, this one does have 2 caves, so I'm going to mark it with 1. Now I know there's caves here that I can explore. There is also a hunter here, or a researcher guy, so I'm going to put that here. So I know that there's somebody here for research. I have the skeletons here because there's a lot of skeletons on the map. There's a sunken ship or a wrecked ship on the island. There's ruins. There's a fishing merchant guy, and there's a hunting lodge also here. So I have all that marked because it's all here. And that's just a little bit of the exploration aspect. The rest of it is exploring the map itself, the whole entire ocean, for islands that you can explore and you can adventure on and do this. Now, the game also has quests, and they're pretty generic, I'm not going to lie, but they're pretty fun too. I mean, like this one, I got to find this ancient rope. I don't know where the ancient rope is, but I can go to the quest and I can read what it says, and it says a fisherman. Bigger fish, he believes that the old type of rope is incredibly strong, can be found in an ancient ruins chest. And I do have that in my inventory. If I go to my maps, I have an ancient ruins. So if I go here and I click the waypoint, it's down here. This is where it's at. It's at these ancient ruins down here in this area of the map. So if I go there, I can find this ancient rope and I can bring it back to him, and then I can finish the quest. And then he's probably going to give me something in return for it. It doesn't say what I get for a reward. None of them do. They just say, hey, here you go. And now I got this quest, and I might get a recipe for a new fishing pole, which, if that's the case, hey, I'll do it. The adventure aspect is just that, like going and finding these ancient ruins, finding these different places. And this game has riddle puzzles that are challenging. They're not, something you're gonna figure out right away. And I even tried to look one up that I had, and nobody else has done that quest or done a guide on it. And I'm like, oh my god, this is crazy. You would think people would be doing guides on this. Now, I'll admit the graphics, are kind of not that great, but for what the game offers and its price tag, holy crap, that is good. Now, the RPG element, that has to do a lot with the equipment and stuff that you have. If you look here, like I have like it has stats on it, that kind of stuff, but it's not like absurdly ridiculous stats. Nothing I found has been absurd with stats. Like +5 agility isn't bad, and then reduces the amount of time you can teleport to safety. I don't know what that means because I don't know how to teleport yet. And you have a lot of these RPG elements with the different weapons you find. They can have different benefits or bonuses to them. Like this one does extra damage to spiders. And that's because I told it I wanted to do extra damage to spiders. But I could also increase my dexterity with it if I wanted to. I can change it because I can reset my talents on here. You can do that with the armor that you have as well. So it's got some really cool RPG elements. It also has the quality system, like the green, the white, the green, the blue, the purple. And I'm sure it has legendary stuff. And that is the other aspect of the game that I really like. But the next thing is, it is an early access game. And they are going to be adding co-op play to it. When this game gets co-op play, everybody I know is going to own a copy. I'm going to buy it for them. Because I'm going to tell them, this is a game that I think you'll love to play. We can play together. And we're going to have fun with it. And that, to me, is what makes a game great. Is, when it ticks off the boxes of what you look for in a game so well. Oh, really? Jeez. I just got attacked by a bear on an island in the ocean. Come on. But that's one of the things. I love the hunting aspects of the game because you can hunt animals. And you can get really good at it, or you can be really bad at it. And if you're really bad at it, it kind of sucks. I'll get you in a second. Don't worry, dear. I'll find you and I will kill you. Yes. Because I need your meats. But that's one of the things, again, that I really like about the game. They do so many things right. Unlike other games. Like the survival elements of other survival games, to me, sometimes can be overbearing. Especially if you look at a game like, Ark, or even Conan Exiles, or DayZ. Like, their survival element is just so tedious. Like, it's like a management game. Like with food and water, and this is not. It's just like you get some food, you survive. You don't need to like get a drink of water. You don't need to like fill up your canteen and do all this stuff. You just explore, adventure, and you use food to keep your health up and things like that. And again, I think that's one of the elements about the game that I really like, is it's got all the things, and it ticks all the boxes in the right way. Now, you can even get ships in the game. As you can see down there, that's my ship. And it has a lot of crafting stuff on it and everything. But I don't very rarely use it. Like, when I'm on a big island like this, I use the resources that are on the island. So I'll go to, like the fisherman's camp here, and I'll use the cooking pots or the cooking stuff to make the food. So I have food to survive on, and then I'll go in here, I'll open up my food thing, I'll look at what foods I have, and I'll be like, okay, I'm doing all right. I need to eat something to keep my food bar up. But I'll be, I'll be okay. I can't wait to be able to craft more of these. like to be able to craft the strong potions. I can't do it yet. I can only make the normal potions. But again, I can't wait until I can do that, because then I'll be able to have a lot more healing potions and things like that that'll help me survive when I'm out in the wilderness. The combat isn't that great. You have like your regular attack, and then you have like a heavy attack, but you have like different types of attacks that you'll do, like side. You know, like if you're moving sideways, you can attack sideways. You can attack up and down, that kind of thing. And then you've got your strong attack, which uses your stamina, and it does more damage. So lots of really cool things. There's different types of weapons. So I have a dagger, an axe, and a mace, and then a sword I can use. And depending on what I'm fighting, I use different weapons for different things. So really, like, it's got a good selection of weapons. Not an insane selection, but a good selection of weapons. And I think that also kind of makes me step back and go, man, if somebody did a fantasy game like this, where it was based in like the D&D kind of like Dungeons and Dragons kind of thing, I would be set. Like, I would never need another game, especially if it procedurally generated an adventure for me. Okay, so there was a cultist here. Is there more? Yes, there is. They're back there. I see them. Let me switch to the axe and see if that does any better. I'm going to go ahead and eat a little bit more food here. Now, is there only the one other cultist? It looks like it. Oh my gosh. My first death. Now, it'll like put you back where you were, like on your ship and stuff like that. And then you have to go back into the world and do things. But it doesn't like, you don't get like durability damage on your gear and stuff like that. And I do like that it doesn't have that. Like, it doesn't have that survival element. To me, durability loss in a game, it's fine to have, but if it's too much, if it's too overbearing, like in games like, say, 7 Days to Die, you can't do that? Well, so, oh, yeah. Like 7 Days to Die or something like that, it makes the experience just unfun. When you're having to manage, like, your equipment, you have to manage your food and water, you know, it just doesn't make the game that exciting. And this right here is the right amount of all of that, and I think that they did the game justice with that. I like the night and day cycles. The graphics, to me, like, yeah, they're not the greatest, but they're still good for what they offer. The gameplay is solid. And I don't know what else to say other than that. Like, this game it ticks all the boxes that I like about game, like, that I want in a game. Now, is it the end-all be-all game? No. But what it offers for $12.99, you don't even get this with, like, Sea of Thieves. And don't get me wrong, I'm a huge fan of Sea of Thieves. I'm a huge, you know, I like the pirate battles, I like the ship battles, I like the exploration in that game. But once you know Sea of Thieves, like the different islands, you know, where the different things are on the islands, like, the game becomes super easy. And that's the thing about Sea of Thieves that I just don't like, is it doesn't randomly generate the world. It randomly populates the islands with enemies and stuff, but you get used to where even the enemies spawn. Here, you don't even know, you know. And I think that's one of the things that makes me like the game more the more I play it. Is it's an adventure game. It's, you know, got solid gameplay. It's got this, you know, a solid experience. And it's got that RPG story elements. It's got the RPG gear experience. It kind of just, like I said, it ticks all the boxes the right way for me as a gamer. And that's one of the things that I look at when I play games. Like when I did the review of Survivors yesterday, when I was playing that game, the first time I played it, I was like, this is like the one of the smartest ideas I've seen anyone do with a game. Make a game that's quick and easy to pick up and play, doesn't take up, 20 hours of your day, but I do like those games that take up a long time. But I can't just jump in this game, play for an hour, and then go and save it, log out. Like, I don't like doing that. If I play a game like this, excuse me, I just sneezed. um, I like it when I can explore and I can do those things that I like to do. I like to be able to, like, take some time off to, like if I'm gonna spend the day fishing, like, I want to have time to do that. And this game gives me, that experience where, like, if I want to take the day to just chill and have a good time in a game, this is the game I would go play. If I had friends to play with and we play, they all, and the co-op was in the game, I would go play this with them because I know that the experience we would have together as friends playing the game would be right up our alley. It would be right up right up there with other games we played, but it's done in such a way that we can experience it, have fun, and not feel like we're tied down with just this one game. Like, we could go play other games still. I think that's, again, one of those things that when you look at a game, you go, is this going to be worth my time? Is this going to be worth doing? Putting my time into do and all that. And again, I mean, yeah, some people will love that. Some people won't. I've never used the shovel, so I don't know. Like, where you use it. I know there's treasures that you can dig up. You can find, like, X marks the spot on maps. And to me, that's really cool. I just like everything about the game. And nobody has to say whether they like a game or dislike a game. That's up to you to decide. But with what this game has to offer for $12.99, how can you go wrong? Like, adventure, exploration, RPG, survival, sailing. And the sailing isn't bad. You're not going to get seasick like if you're playing Sea of Thieves. But it can get that way at times when the seas get real rough. But I haven't seen a storm even yet. And I know there's storms in the game because one of the people I watched play, he got in a storm and the lightning and thunder and it was raining. And I was like, okay, that's cool. But, like, there's no other ships you're going to run across that you're going to fight other people or anything like that. There isn't that, so it doesn't have that kind of Sea of Thieves element. But everything else is like, wow, like, this is good. And I would love to see, again, somebody do a fantasy version of a game like this. I would like to see this company do a fantasy type D&D game like this. Because I think that game would be... it would be beyond its time. And this game is even, I think, ahead of the times when it comes to gaming. Because I think what the biggest problem with gaming is too many games, you memorize too much of them. You memorize the levels, you memorize the world, you memorize the dungeons, you memorize things, and the replayability isn't there. When you play a game that has procedurally generated stuff, you don't have that ability to memorize everything. You just play and you experience. And I think that's why this game, to me, is so much better. And so much more than these other games. Now, once it does get co-op, yeah, this game, hands down, is going to be my go-to game all the time. Because I'll be able to play it with my son. I'll be able to play it with my, like my daughter or whatever. And we'll be able to play together and go adventure and explore and go on pirate adventures. And I think that's going to be the thing that I really like about the game. But that's pretty much it. I mean, that is what Salt is all about. It's about that adventure, the exploration, the journey, the fun. So if this is the kind of game you're interested in, you can check the link in the description below, and it'll take you to the Salt page on Steam. You guys can see for yourselves if it's the kind of game you want to play. Other than that, you guys know what's coming next. If you guys like this video and want to see more videos by me, go ahead and hit that like button. If you guys want to see more videos by me, actually, subscribe. And if you do subscribe, I do suggest click that notification bell to see, to get, more videos by me. Other than that, thank you all for watching. Until next time, have a wonderful day. And this guy might see you in game. Bye.